afternoon, everybody. Does everybody in this room remember what they felt like when they first learned they were accepted to MIT? Well, I remember, and I felt at the top of the world. I was going to be surrounded by the world's most brilliant minds, the most promising futures. And yet, according to the general stereotype, also the world's most introverted personalities, a crowd of self-serving and self-centered geeks. The rumor went on to say that when you put the world's most techy personalities in one place, you're bound to get some cutting-edge robotics and extreme coding and incredibly insightful mathematics, and yet, not enough time for sharing, not enough time for helping each other out. But last year, I witnessed a sight that I will never forget. To avoid a mountain of work, I went to a party at one of our undergrad dorms. Bert and Connor. It was the party of the year, and it was packed. Everybody frantically moving to the rhythm. Some were even crowd surfing. The need to dance was running through our veins, the music contagious. And in the middle of it all, I lifted my head and saw this. About 5 feet away from me, a girl sitting in a wheelchair. But her chair is spinning, and her head is moving to the sides, and her hair is flying everywhere, and her arms are waving around, and standing next to her is a guy dancing with her. And I thought to myself, this poor athlete, she probably got injured a few days before the big party, but good for her. She came anyway, and she's having a good time. A month later, I open up the student newspaper, and I see that same girl on the center spread. Her name was Emily, and she was an athlete, but it was no athletic or temporary injury. As fate would have it, the senior mechanical engineer one day just fell, and that fall broke her spine and became paralyzed from her waist down. Emily left MIT, but in that time of crushing tribulation, her friends supported her every move, and when she came back and was told she could not return to her old dorm because it wasn't wheelchair accessible, her friends got together and they did the most inspiring thing. Together, every single member of that group of pranksters that is known as Burden Third rearranged the entirety of that hallway's rooming architecture, switching from long settled-in rooms, reorganizing the kitchen cabinets, adding assistive technology to showers, to bathrooms, everything in their power to ensure that their friend could come back home. And when the big party of the year rolled around, they stood up and they danced with her. At MIT, we are not the stereotype of the egotistical, quiet lab rat, obsessing over a microscopic world, and yet forgetting to live in this one. At MIT, our essence is our kindness. At MIT, we thrive on each other, we motivate each other, and we use our individual strengths to help one another out. MIT is not just me. MIT is you, and you, and you, and me, working together, relying on each other to survive in this environment of high stakes. At MIT, we're not just a group of scientific papers and patents. We are a group of well-meaning people, of kind-spirited people, and we're here to inspire one another to reach that glorious triumph of human potential. This is her essence, and it is much more humane, it is much more deep, and it has the biggest impact to change the world. Because without kindness and without consideration, tell me, what good does new technology bring? And so I want to ask that the people in this room, the people fortunate enough to both succeed and be cheered, and to fall and be held within the walls of this institution, go out and tell the people outside of it. Go out and show them we are much, much better. Go prove them wrong. Thank you very much.